हिंदुस्तान मेरे वतन, तुझ पर फिदा हम सब का मन।
मेरा इंडिया हमारा इंडिया, मेरा इंडिया हमारा इंडिया, मेरा इंडिया पैनोरामा इंडिया, हमारा इंडिया पैनोरामा इंडिया।
जय 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 हे।
Welcome back to everyone. This is day 2, India Day celebration and virtual Grand Parade. I hope you've been enjoying the programming so far. Wasn't the virtual Grand Parade spectacular? I hope you got to vote because the voting closed at 2:30 p.m. Now, I would like to welcome you to the Patriotic segment. This segment is filled with artists who love India and their love for India, and for that reason, and for you today, they created original content and programming to present to you. We hope you enjoy each and every one of them. Every performance means something special. Mera India, Hamara India. And I hope you can see that through each of these artists and their love. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't hold you back anymore. Let's begin the Patriotic segment.
बिछड़े चमन तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ मेरे बिछड़े चमन तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। तेरे दामन से जो आए उन हवाओं को सलाम, तेरे दामन से जो आए उन हवाओं को सलाम। चूम लूँ मैं उस ज़ुबां को जिस पे आए तेरा नाम। सबसे प्यारी सुबह तेरी, सबसे रंगी तेरी शाम, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। माँ का दिल बन के कभी सीने से लग जाता है तू, माँ का दिल बन के कभी सीने से लग जाता है तू, और कभी नन्ही सी बेटी बन के याद आता है तू। जितना याद आता है मुझको उतना तड़पाता है तू, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान। तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। छोड़ कर तेरी ज़मीं को दूर आ पहुँचे हैं हम। छोड़ कर तेरी ज़मीं को दूर आ पहुँचे हैं हम। फिर भी है यही तमन्ना तेरे ज़र्रों की कसम। हम जहाँ पैदा हुए उस जगह ही निकले दम। तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ मेरे बिछड़े चमन, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान।
मेरा धर्मा तू, मेरा धर्मा तू, तेरा सब कुछ मैं, मेरा सब कुछ तू।
आ
वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू,
ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू।
मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू,
मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू।
ऐ वतन मेरे वतन,
ऐ वतन मेरे वतन।
हाँ तू ही मेरी मंजिल है, पहचान तुझी से,
मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से।
पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू,
पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू।
ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन,
ऐ वतन
मेरे वतन। तुझ पे कोई गम की आज आने नहीं दूं,
तुझ पे कोई गम की आज आने नहीं दूं।
कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शाद रहे तू,
कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शाद रहे तू।
ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन।
Greetings on Independence Day and congratulations to the Panorama India team in Toronto on the first online India Day 2020 and virtual Grand Parade. This is an example of innovation to deal with our new virtual world in pandemic times. India is 73 years old today, a strong, vibrant and peaceful nation. India is committed to protect the integrity of its borders. Our armed forces are alert to give a strong response to every challenge. India is focused on its growth and development. In these pandemic times, India has provided relief to its citizens and undertaken deep structural reforms. We are making our economy more productive, investment-friendly and competitive. India's Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, has given the call for an Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India. Atmanirbhar Bharat merges domestic production and consumption with global supply chains. Atmanirbhar Bharat is not about being self-contained or being close to the world. It is about being self-sustaining and self-generating. We will pursue policies that promote efficiency, equity, and resilience. India and Canada are natural partners. We are strategic partners. We have seen a welcome increase in bilateral trade and investment, and we are actively pursuing further collaborations in multiple fields. The two Prime Ministers have had telephonic discussions twice recently. The Commerce Ministers and External Affairs Ministers have spoken to each other. India and Canada are cooperating in the G20 in dealing with the COVID crisis and have significant collaboration on science and research. We are proud of the 1.6 million strong Indo-Canadian community as well as the 700,000 Indian nationals in Canada. Indian students in Canada, who now number 225,000, are part of the dynamic and resilient future of Canada. Panorama India brings the best of Indian thought and culture to this group. and to the wider Canadian population. I wish to convey my best wishes to the team at Panorama India for organizing this digital celebration of India's 74th Independence Day. Namaskar.
Today we are performing a Punjabi song called Totea Man Motea, which is originally sung by Rabi Shirgil. It shares a household story where a farmer lost his land to his enemy, his emotions, and in the end, the emotions of the mother.
Namaste, everybody, and I want to welcome all of you back to our In Conversation with our current Panorama board. And I'm so excited to welcome my partner in crime, my fellow co-chair, Mr. Sanjay Makkar. Sanjay, welcome.
Namaste, Smita, and namaste, everybody.
Sanjay, can you believe it? We are celebrating India Day. It has come. We are in the middle of all of this right now. And this journey began obviously in a very different year this year. So everybody knows this is Sanjay's first year as on the Panorama board and also as a co-chair. So not only did he come on the board, he came on as a co-chair and he's in the middle of a pandemic. So, with all of that in mind, we kind of made a decision, obviously as a board, and we said, listen, it was important to celebrate it safely and together. And this is why we're doing this grand virtual celebration. So, Sanjay, I wanted to begin by really talking about Panorama India and its role, what it means to you. As everybody knows, Panorama India is a non-profit organization and it is a volunteer organization. Every director gives their time as a volunteer basis. So my question to you is, why Panorama India? Why is it important for you to be part of such an organization?
Well, first of all, surely it is. I would have to say that this is a dream come true that we've arrived, where we started from in the last couple of months. So it's definitely a great journey. And why Panorama is a very big question to answer, if I have to say that way, because it involves many factors, right? It involves our communities, it involves our culture, it involves the two countries, the love we have. I mean, many of us are born there and made this our other lifetime country. So there is a huge amount of connections to the original, not only patriotism, it's like what is given to the community as a society. And our community has also grown tremendously and looking for that connectivity through art and culture. So Panorama has stood up always to that challenge to make sure that the art, culture, and the love of our country always stays alive. And not only stays alive, but keep progressing. So this is all what it means to me. I mean, as I said, I can speak all through the day on this and it will never be enough, but this is all coming from my heart, that there's a lot of things goes through our heart that makes Panorama what it is, and where people connections, what makes Panorama what it is today.
So, so everyone knows, obviously, we made a decision to do a virtual celebration this year. And, obviously, when we began back in April to say, what will this year look like?
I remember that day.
None of us knew what would happen to us. Forget Panorama India. Sanjay, is our co-chair for sponsorship and finance. So he's been dealing with really the people. As we mentioned, we're a non-profit board. Even for us putting something together, the financial cost, we put free events together. The only way we can do that is with the support of our sponsors. Sanjay, what have been some of your highlights that you were surprised by as we began planning and now as we're in the middle of it?
Yeah, so Sumita, of course, you also very clearly would remember April is not far back, but it is far back because we had this journey coming into August all the way from April. And we started visualizing that probably this is the way it is going to be going forward. So I think we should put our heads together right now as a backup plan, right? That's the conversation started. So to go back, the most important thing is that we saw that vision together, and our board, which stood up and said, guess what, yeah, we should start moving very quickly. So how the whole team came together and started progressing in that directions. By the time we got more clarity going into, let's say, May and June, we knew that we are not going to be standing live on the stage in Nathan Phillips Square. But by then we made a lot of progress, and the kickoff of Namaste Live, and testing and checking how the digital engagement is going to be, and developing this whole the whole program where we're going to be arriving very soon, and really experiencing that what we have achieved. It's very proudful. So along with that, of course, these things cannot be accomplished without the true support from the communities, their partners, the sponsors, and a lot of these people. So along with my colleague Janak Bhavnani, our executive board members, who is also responsible for sponsorship, who teamed up shoulder to shoulder to me, and we walked I would say, I cannot say walk through the streets, but through the phone calls and the Zoom calls and a lot of conversation we had from community leaders, I'd say associations, business owners. Despite of the COVID challenges everybody was facing with their businesses and financial hardship, I just cannot tell you that it's so touching that they all stood up and came forward to support this very much initiative which keeps the communities going. So proudly, I can say that all of the sponsors, the list is very big. I mean, people will keep watching them as they go through the shows, and they'll see their names, and they'll keep popping up. They're on our website, they're on our posters. They've been on our social media since they've been coming on board. I would say all the way from July. So I would really like to thank all of those sponsors who came forward and supported us. Also, all the community leaders, associations, organizations, whoever we approached who came forward to support us, so that we could deliver this high quality program, and which is meant for communities, which is meant for culture, which is meant for our beautiful country of India, and which is meant for, this is the most important celebrations of our life every year, which we do it here in Canada.
So Sanjay, I think, what I think we need to also share with everybody is, our board, just like we can only do so much as co-chairs. We have a phenomenal board, and, people are meeting them this week, and they've been meeting them this weekend, through, of course, interviews, because it is all virtual. And like you said, the board never has stood back. They all wanted to celebrate. They all do this for the love of India. We can only do so much. And like you said, again, it's the community. So I think what blew us away was, even when we began the journey of a virtual parade, we couldn't believe the overwhelming response of the community who've come together. We have the highest number of state submissions ever for a virtual parade, or even a physical parade in all our time. So that is not us. That is this community who said, we are celebrating this year, and we are going to go into this new normal. And what we hope is that eventually this vision goes into where next year there might be a version of both virtual and hopefully we all pray that we celebrate in person together.
Absolutely.
I think, Sanjay, we work hand in hand, and you are very right, because listen, we can have amazing ideas. We can put this all together, and we can have a lot of vision, and, we do as much as we can, but we do a free event. So you recognize correctly, it is the sponsors. And that has really been you and Janak working very hard to go and meet them and talk to them physically, and not physically, but virtually. And it really makes a big difference to us, because we cannot deliver this without their support. We thank them very, very much. And I think as we continue to now grow this journey, and, of course, we want to make sure, traditionally Panorama India was always Republic Day and India Day. And what this digital platform has done is taken our love to a different level. First time ever, we did Yoga Day this year. We have Namaste Live now, which again was, so everyone knows, it was literally all of us sitting and saying, how do we give back? And the way we said we give back is, we have a platform. We have artists who are sitting at home, who are amazing artists who've been tied to us for 20 plus years. We have seniors who are sitting at home. We have families sitting. So let's bring them joy every 2 weeks together as a board. And we are so proud of this board, both you and I, of the journey they put together and all this new vision they're taking Panorama into. We hope it continues even beyond us, and that's the vision here. So just Sanjay, as we celebrate India Day, is there a special message that you want to share with everyone? Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody as they're celebrating?
Well, the message I've always been throughout this time is, stay connected, love each other, love your family, love your friends. Let's stay safe, keep the hope going. And I wish everybody a good health. I wish everybody a safe health. And I wish to see everybody, in person as we go through this journey. So with that, that's my message to everyone.
And Janak and Sanjay, I want to thank you and Janak, because you're right. He's been your partner in crime in getting the sponsorship and the financing, which is, we were having a discussion with so many other people. This is a very tough time for our sponsors. It's a very tough time. For us, the food industry, for example, food vendors have always been one of our biggest sponsors, because India, culture, food. And they've been going through a very difficult decision and journey right now as the pandemic, we're still in isolation in some areas. Some areas are not, different stages. But they even stepped up. Some of them have also stepped up this week, and we really want to say thank you to them. And I want to thank you and Janak for all the hard work you do for the board. It's a big journey. We've come together with celebrating, and I think together, both Sanjay and I would like to say Jai Hind and a happy.
And Jai Hind and Sumita, I must also recognize the hard work you had put together in this leadership and all the logistics and planning and execution. So Jai Hind, and thank you to you.
Thank you.
रेशमाच्या रेगाने लाल काळ्या धाग्याने कर्नाटकी कशी गमी काढीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला रेशमाच्या रेगाने लाल काळ्या धाग्याने कर्नाटकी कशी गमी काढीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला नवे कोरी साडी लाख मोताची भरले मीनाक्षी फुल येलाची नवे कोरी साडी लाख मोताची भरले मीनाक्षी फुल येलाची येलाची गुंफियाल लागू मोर जोडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला जात होते वाटण मी तुझ्यात जात होते वाटण मी तुझ्यात आवचे ताल माझा होऱ्यात जी होऱ्यात तुम्ही माझ्या पत्राचा शेवगा होडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला भीड काही ठेवा आल्या घेण्याची मूलवत राखा दाहा डोलाची भीड काही ठेवा आल्या घेण्याची मूलवत राखा दाहा डोलाची भडोलाची काय मन बाई बाई तुम छाया खोडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला रेशमाच्या रेगाने लाल काळ्या धाग्याने कर्नाटकी कशी गमी काढीला हात नगाला माझा साडीला
आहिस्ता चल जिंदगी अभी कई फर्ज चुकाना बाकी है कुछ दर्द मिटाना बाकी है कुछ फर्ज निभाना बाकी है रफ्तार
में तेरे चलने से कुछ रूठ गए कुछ छूट गए, रूठों को मनाना बाकी है, रोतों को हंसाना बाकी है। आहिस्ता चल जिंदगी, अभी कई कर्ज चुकाना बाकी है, कुछ दर्द मिटाना बाकी है, कुछ फर्ज निभाना बाकी है।
कुछ रिश्ते बनकर टूट गए, कुछ जुड़ते जुड़ते छूट गए, उन टूटे झूठे रिश्तों के जख्मों को मिटाना बाकी है। आहिस्ता चल जिंदगी, कभी कई कर्ज चुकाना बाकी है, कुछ दर्द मिटाना बाकी है, कुछ फर्ज निभाना बाकी है।
Go.
तू आगे चल मैं आता हूँ, क्या छोड़ तुझे जी पाऊंगा, इन सांसों पर हक है जिनका, उनको समझाना बाकी है। आहिस्ता चल जिंदगी, अभी कई कर्ज चुकाना बाकी है, कुछ दर्द मिटाना बाकी है, कुछ फर्ज निभाना बाकी है।
Namaste. My name is Sarabjeet and I'm the member of Provincial Parliament from the Great Riding of Brampton West. I would like to wish Indian High Commission in Ottawa, Indian Consulate in Toronto, Panorama India, and all of you a very happy India Day. Stay safe, stay healthy.
ದಶಕಗಳಿಂದಲೂ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಜಗಜ್ಜನಿತ. ಇನ್ನು ಹೆಣ್ಣೊಂದು ಕಲಿತರೆ ಶಾಲೆಯೊಂದು ತೆರೆದಂತೆ ಎಂಬ ನಾಣ್ಣುಡಿಯಂತೆ ಸಮಯ ಕಳೆದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅರಿತು ಬೆರೆತು ಕಲಿತು ದುಡಿಯುವ ಹೆಣ್ಣಾಗಿ ಮನೆಯ ಮಗಳಾಗಿ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ತಾನು ಸಬಲೆ ಎಂದು ನಿರೂಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೂ ಭಾರತದ ನಾರಿಯಾಗಿಯೇ ಬೆಳಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅವಳ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕಾಗಿಯೇ ಮಿಡಿಯುತ್ತಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಭಾರತೀಯ ನಾರಿಯರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವೆಯೋ ನಿಲ್ಲು ಭಾರತೀಯ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವೆಯೋ ನಿಲ್ಲು ಭಾರತೀಯ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ. ಬಿಡಿಸಲಾಗದ ಬಂಧವು ಇದು ನಿನ್ನ ಗಾಢ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ದೂರವಾದರೂ ಹರಿದು ತೊರೆದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಳೆಯ ಸನಿಹ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೊಡಲು ಮಡಿಲಿನಲ್ಲೂ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೊಡಲು ಮಡಿಲಿನಲ್ಲೂ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ. ಇರಲಿ ಕಾಯಕ ಯಾವ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈಲಾಸ ನಿನಗೆ, ಇರುವುದೆಲ್ಲವೇ ಮಣ್ಣ ಸೊಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಾದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ, ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ. ವಿಶ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿ ಭಾರತದ ಗರಿಮೆಯೇ ಮುದವು ಈ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ, ಅಂತರಾಳದ ನೀವು ಕರೆಯೇ ಮರಳಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮದಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಣದಲ್ಲೂ, ನಿನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮದಲ್ಲೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಣದಲ್ಲೂ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ ಭಾರತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀ মায়া বন বিহারিণী হরিণী গহন স্বপন সঞ্চারিণী, মায়া বন বিহারিণী হরিণী গহন স্বপন সঞ্চারিণী, কেন তারে ধরিবারে করিপন অকারণ মায়া বন বিহারিণী। চমকিবে আকাশবাণী শ্রবণে চমকিবে ফাগুনেরও পবনে চিত্ত আকুল হবে অনুক্ষণ অকারণ দূর হতে আমি তারে সাধিব গোপনে বিরহ ডোরে বাঁধিব দূর হতে আমি তারে সাধিব গোপনে বিরহ ডোরে বাঁধিব বাঁধন বিহীন সেই যে বাঁধন অকারণ মায়া বন বিহারিণী মায়া বন বিহারিণী হরিণী গহন স্বপন সঞ্চারিণী কেন তারে ধরিবারে করিবন অকারণ মায়া বন বিহারিণী মায়া বন বিহারিণী মায়া বন বিহারিণী মায়া বন বিহারিণী
नमस्कार भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम जनक है। मैं डायरेक्टर फाइनेंस पैनोरामा इंडिया आपका स्वागत करता हूं पैनोरामा इंडिया डे के लिए 15 और 16 अगस्त। जय हिंद।
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है तब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं अफ़सोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे महफूज रहे दरिया न सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे न रहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरी फसलों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू केसरी
है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा मैं गीत वहाँ के गाता हूँ कनाडा का रहने वाला हूँ भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा काले गोरे का भेद नहीं हर दिल से हमारा नाता है हो कुछ और न आता हो हमको हमें प्यार निभाना आता है जिसे मान चुकी सारी दुनिया हो जिसे मान चुकी सारी दुनिया मैं बात वही दोहराता हूँ कनाडा का रहने वाला हूँ भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा कनाडा का रहने वाला हूँ भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ इंसाफ की डगर पे बच्चों दिखाओ चल के ये देश है तुम्हारा नेता तुम्ही हो कल के
इंसाफ की डगर पे बच्चों दिखाओ चल के ये देश है तुम्हारा नेता तुम्ही हो कल के
दुनिया के रंज सहना और कुछ न मुंह से कहना
दुनिया के रंग सहना और कुछ न मुंह से कहना
सच्चाइयों के बल पे आगे को बढ़ते रहना
सच्चाइयों के बल से आगे को बढ़ते रहना
रख दोगे एक दिन तुम संसार को बदल के इंसाफ की डगर पे बच्चों दिखाओ चल के ये देश है तुम्हारा नेता तुम्ही हो कल के जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा वो भारत देश है मेरा वो भारत देश है मेरा जहाँ सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता डेरा वो भारत देश है मेरा वो भारत देश है मेरा ये धरती वो जहाँ ऋषि मुनि जपते प्रभु नाम की माला, जहाँ हर बालक एक मोहन है और हर राधा एक बाला, और राधा हर एक बाला, जहाँ सूरज सबसे पहले आकर डाले अपना फेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जय हिंद।
ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ, ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਲ, ਚੁਨ ਪਰਦੇਸੀਆ, ਬੋਲ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਬੋਲ, ਵੇਖਣ ਦਾ ਚਾਹਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੁਖ ਪਰ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਨਾ, ਨੇੜੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਵਸ ਡੋਲਾ, ਦੂਰ ਦੂਰ ਜਾਵੀਂ ਨਾ, ਨੇੜੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਵਸ ਜੀਵੇ, ਦੂਰ ਦੂਰ ਜਾਵੀਂ ਨਾ, ਦੂਰ ਦਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਛੱਡ ਬਸ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਲ, ਚੰਨ ਪਰਦੇਸੀਆ, ਬੋਲ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਬੋਲ, ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ, ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਲ, ਚੰਨ ਪਰਦੇਸੀਆ, ਬੋਲ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਬੋਲ, ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ। ਵੰਡਾ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ਰੀਨੀਆ, ਸੱਚੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ, ਮੁੱਦਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਈਆਂ, ਗੜੀਆਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀਆਂ, ਮੁੱਦਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਈਆਂ, ਗੜੀਆਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀਆਂ, ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਘੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਬੜੀ ਅਨਮੋਲ, ਚੰਨ ਪਰਦੇਸੀਆ, ਬੋਲ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਬੋਲ, ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ।
Namaste. My name is Logan Kanapadi, MVP for Markanthonil. I would like to thank the Indian Cake Commission in Ottawa, the Indian Consulate in Toronto, and Panorama India for hosting this wonderful India Day event. India Independence Day reminds us of the heroic sacrifices that were made by many great people and leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi ji. Thank you to their bravery and dedication to humanity. The world is a better place to live. I wish you a happy India Independence Day.
हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे
सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तान हमारा है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है। सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तान हमारा है। सदियों से भारत भूमि दुनिया की शान है। भारत माँ की रक्षा में जीवन कुर्बान है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है। सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तान हमारा है। ഭാരതമെൻ്റെ ജീവസ്പന്ദമേ, ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ പ്രാണമന്ത്രമേ, ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ ജീവസ്പന്ദമേ, ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ പ്രാണമന്ത്രമേ. എൻ സിരകൾ പാടുകയല്ലോ വന്ദേ മാതരം, എൻ മൗനം നേരുകയല്ലോ അമ്മേ മംഗളം. ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ ജീവസ്പന്ദമേ, ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ പ്രാണമന്ത്രമേ.
പല നാടുകൾ ഒരു രാഷ്ട്രമേ, പല ഭാഷകൾ ഒരു ഗീതമേ, പല രീതികൾ ഒരു തീരമേ, പല ചിന്തകൾ ഒരു ചിത്തമേ, പല വ്യക്തികൾ ഒരു ലക്ഷ്യമേ, പണിയുന്നു നാം ഒരു സ്വത്തമേ. പല ഭാരതം അത് കാക്കുവാനുണരൂ.
തമിഴാ തമിഴാ നാളെ നം നാളെ, തമിഴാ തമിഴാ നാടും നം നാടേ. തമിഴാ തമിഴാ നാളെ നം നാളേ, തമിഴാ തമിഴാ നാടും നം നാടേ. ഉനക്കുള്ള ഹിന്ദിയ രക്തം ഉണ്ടായില്ലയാ, ஒன்றான பாரதம் உன்னை காக்கும் இல்லையா. தமிழா தமிழா கண்கள் கலங்காதே, விடியும் விடியும் உள்ளம் மயங்காதே.
நவபாரதம் மதுவானது, இது வேலையால் முதுவானது. மலவேகமோ நெருவானது, அகநாடிலே உருவானது. உபகண்டமாய் நறுவானது, அறவானிலா பிறவென்பது. இம்மண்ணிலா பிறவென்பது எழுவா.
Namaste. My name is Vidhi. My name is Nitya. And my name is Niyati. And we'll be singing the song Ae Watan from the movie Razi. Happy Independence Day. Ae watan watan mere abaad rahe tu, Ae watan watan mere abaad rahe tu, main jahan rahun jahan mein yaad rahe tu, main jahan rahun jahan mein yaad rahe tu. Ae watan mere watan, Ae watan mere watan, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से. पहुंचूं मैं जहां भी मेरी बुनियाद
Namaste. I'm Caroline Mulrooney, MPP for York Simcoe and Ontario's Minister of Transportation and Francophone Affairs. I would like to wish the Indian High Commission in Ottawa, the Indian Consulate in Toronto, Panorama India, and all of you celebrating in Ontario a very happy India Day. I wish you and your family and friends all the best as you celebrate this joyous occasion.
कर चले हम फिदा जानो तुम साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जानो तुम साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जानो तुम साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों सांस थमती गई नब्ज जमती गई फिर भी बढ़ते कदम को न रुकने दिया कट गए सर हमारे तो कुछ गम नहीं सर हिमालय का हमने न झुकने दिया मरते मरते रहा बातपन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जानो वतन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों जिंदा रहने के मौसम बहुत है मगर जान देने की रुत रोज आती नहीं हुस्न और इश्क दोनों को रुस्वा करे वो जवानी जो खून में नहाती नहीं आज धरती बनी है दुल्हन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जानो वतन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों राह कुर्बानियों की नवीरान हो तुम सजाते रहना नए काफिले फतेह का जश्न इस जश्न के बाद है जिंदगी मौत से मिल रही है गले बांध लो अपने सर से कफन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जानो वतन साथियों साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों खींच तो अपने खून से जमीन पर लकीर इस तरफ आने पाए न रावण कोई तोड़ दो हाथ अगर हाथ उठने लगे छूने पाए न सीता का दामन कोई राम भी तुम ही लक्ष्मण साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों कर चले हम फिदा जामतन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों जय हिंद
Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to our In Conversation with our current board of Panorama India. And I am so excited to introduce all of you to Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, who's our Director of Vendor Management and has been a director with Panorama India for over 5 years now, Sanjay. So, Sanjay, first of all, welcome to the show.
Namaste, welcome. Thank you.
So, Sanjay, from the day I joined, you already on the board, and you have such a history with Panorama India, and you've watched the organization over the last few years change. कितने changes आ गए हमारा India Day जिस तरह से हम celebrate करते थे has even changed so much. So, what are some of your favorite highlights of the past years you can share?
So I would say, like, when we celebrated, we started with North York Civic Center, then we moved to Dundas Square. And major change, I would say, is going to Nathan Place Square when we had over 80,000 people attending our India Day celebration. That was a huge success. Over the period, we have grown a lot. And of course, we have a huge community support all around us. And it's a tremendous support from the team as well as all around. And we are all excited part of it. You know it. You've been in the Panorama as well. So I'm all ecstatic, all excited so much.
So Sanjay, Panorama India, as everybody knows, we are a non-profit board, and we are all volunteers. Everybody, all the directors are volunteers. We all have day jobs that we do this to make sure that we come together to celebrate Indiana passion. So my question to you becomes, Sanjay, why Panorama India? What motivates you to be part of such a board?
So Panorama India is sitting in a very unique position. It's a only one organization in Canada which brings all the Indian together under one umbrella, one organization. All the states, it does not differentiate what language, what state, and so on. It celebrates all India. It's all about India, and it's like, doesn't matter what you speak, what you eat, and so on. It's all in one place. So it's all about India again.
Yeah, actually, Sanjay, you made a very good point. Every year we hear this. You and I know this because we hear this from a lot of people who attended. कहते एक ही जगह आते हैं जहाँ सारा इंडिया की performances, cultural performances, songs, background, heritage, culture एक stage पे सब दिख जाता है एक दिन में. So I think proudly we do that. What I think a lot of people don't know is, Sanjay, as I mentioned, is vendor management. So you can imagine over the years. And again, I go back to, we're a very small team. We're lucky we have a lot of volunteers that come through when we do India Day. But in terms of the actual board, we're a very small team. We work very hard. And Sanjay single-handedly oversees sometimes 60 to 80 vendors when we do Nathan Phillips Square. From A to Z, managing them. I know your relationships are with a lot of these vendors for 5-6 years now. So Sanjay, what are some of the things that you've seen over time with these vendors and their love? Like, why do they come to Panorama India?
So again, they also love India, no doubt about it. Of course, they want to help the organization. They want to also celebrate India Days here in Canada. And on the top of it, they have also opportunity to showcase their product in a different way. They know these people come. There are so many people are on one place coming together, and food vendors. We had a lot of food vendors around. Also, different product, handicraft, jewelry, all kinds of, you name it. We got it on the place. So they all enjoy celebrating as well as showcasing their product with us.
Yes. And I think, Sanjay, this year, of course, was a very different year. We're all going through it together. The world is going through it together. And as a board, we, of course, made a decision that, the show must go on. We must continue to celebrate. And we made a decision to do it virtually. And I think when we all first made that decision, we all thought, how will this be? But as you know, behind the scenes, we have been overwhelmed with the response that we received. So what are some of the highlights you have seen? Because you've been dealing with vendors, sponsors. What are things you've seen?
So honestly, as you said, Sumita, like we were all kind of scared in some time, like what's going to happen when we were looking in March and April time frame, that things were not going very well. But I guess under your leadership and we kind of came together and said, yes, we're going to celebrate virtual. Nothing is going to stop us. We're going to celebrate India Day. That's what we do every year. And doesn't matter what times is, we will do the celebration. And only thing is, instead of having physical, this time we are doing virtual setup. So already we've been like a lot of vendor already signed up. They want to promote and also support in India. And we want to support them as well, given this kind of circumstances we are going through. So I want to say thanks to our vendor. They have enrolled with us so far, and they are so excited to participate in this event.
Yeah, Sanjay, I think I'm so excited, and we all are. It's this week as we are celebrating India Day. What a phenomenal celebration online we are having. With the huge amount of artists that have turned up, the largest number of states submissions we've ever had for floats. Each of the directors has really stepped up. And, for me, the nicest thing is to see is how everyone has come together to celebrate. Panorama India is nothing without our community and our partners out there. And we cannot say thank you enough to all of them. You've known most of them for 5+ years.
Yes. And we have a very strong relationship with our vendors, because they of course love India, and also they have a strong relationship with their India Day, especially India Day and Republic Day. So they are with us. They are all the way, thick or thin. They are with us.
And one thing I know you did a really good job, because a lot of our food vendors, and this pandemic really hit that food industry very hard. And I know you've been keeping in touch with a lot of them, checking in on them, because, vendors become family over time. And I think, one thing I know that you have done very well is making sure they're doing okay, checking in with them, whatever we can do as an organization. They've supported us. We've tried to support them in return. So I think that is a very nice thing. And we want to thank you for doing that on behalf of the board as well. I know it was your personal initiative to make sure that we're checking in on everybody.
Yeah, thank you. But you know what? This is a part of the community, right? We are all together in it, and we need to support each other. It's definitely hit hard, especially food vendors this year. Hopefully, the time turn around and we are all together again, having a bigger and better India Day celebration next year.
Yeah. So I think, Sanjay, in closing, we're celebrating India Day right now. We're all having so much fun. So is there a message that you would like to share with everybody? What would you like to share as a greeting or a message for everyone watching right now?
So I like to say to every participant, our viewer, please, participate in our virtual India Day celebration. We have a lot of vendors, a lot of people are very, very excited. They have done such a wonderful job, even our parade and so on. So please join us and have fun together. That's the message this year. Just have fun, given our difficult times, but we're gonna have a lot of fun.
So on behalf of myself and Sanjay Agarwal, who's our Director of Vendor Management, we want to wish all of you a phenomenal India Day celebration this week as it's going on. And we have so much more to come still. So all of you, please, very special India Day celebration. And Sanjay, what do we want to say at the end? Jai
Hind.
हवे तू लौंग वे मैं लाची तेरे पिछे आ गवाची हवे तू लौंग वे मैं लाची तेरे पिछे आ गवाची तेरे इश्क ने मारी कुड़ी खच दी कवारी तेरे इश्क ने मारी कुड़ी खच दी कवारी वे मैं चंबे दे पहाड़ा वाली शाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया मेरे सुन्ने सुन्ने पैर तुता जाना रन शहर बहुता मंगदी ना थोड़ा लते झंझरां दा जोड़ा हाँ मेरे सुन्ने सुन्ने पैर तुता जाना रन शहर बहुता मंगदी ना थोड़ा लते झंझरां दा जोड़ा जेड़ा विकदा बाजारां विच आम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया रुखे वाला देवे छल्ले तेरे बिना सी कल्ले पाल बावा विच बावा तुप्पा बन जान छावा हाय रुखे वाला देवे छल्ले तेरे बिना सी कल्ले पाल बावा विच बावा तुप्पा बन जान छावा तेनू लिखे हवावा ते पैगाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना विच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया
सजनी कुण्या गावाची कुंच्या नावाची कुण्या राज्याची तू करानी ग आली ठुमकत नाद लचकत मान मरडत हिरव्या राणी आली ठुमकत नाद लचकत मान मरडत हिरव्या राणी कुळू कुळू घुंगराच्या शालू बुटदार सोसना भार गोऱ्या रंगाची न्याऱ्या ढंगाची चोळी भिंगाची ऐन्या वाणी ग आली ठुमकत नाद लचकत मान मरडत हिरव्या राणी आली ठुमकत नाद लचकत मान मरडत हिरव्या राणी डाळिंबाचं दान तुझ्या गुलाबाचं फूल तुझ्या ए कबूतर येडा खुळ तुझ्या नातान झालो बेभान जीव हैराण येड्यावानी ग आली ठुमकत नार लचकत मान मुरडत हिरव्या राणी आली ठुमकत नार लचकत मान मुरडत हिरव्या राणी कवड्यात घेऊन या ए मऊ मऊ हिरवळीत ए पिरतीच बेन तुझ्या लाडी गोडीन पुढल्या ओढीन राहू जोडीन राजा राणी ग आली ठुमकत नार लचकत मान मुरडत हिरव्या राणी आली ठुमकत नार लचकत मान मुरडत हिरव्या राणी का साजने 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 अग साजन साजन ग अग साजन साजन ग
Namaste. My name is Arora Tajwal and I'm the Board of Director for Panorama India, and I wish all of you a very happy 74th Independence Day. India Day is a celebration of culture, heritage and pride, and of course, unity in diversity. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we are one big family. Happy 74th Independence Day to Indians all over the world.
मेरा रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे ओ मेरा रंग दे निकले हैं वीर जियाले जो अपना सीना ताने हंस हंस के जान लुटाने आजाद सवेरा लाने मर के कैसे जीते हैं इस दुनिया को बतलाने तेरे लाल चले हैं माए अब तेरी लाज बचाने, मर के कैसे जीते हैं इस दुनिया को बतलाने, तेरे लाल चले हैं माए अब तेरी लाज बचाने। आजादी का शोला बन के खून रगों में डोला, मेरा रंग दे ओ मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला, माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला, माए रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला, रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे बसंती चोला, माए रंग दे।
Vande Mataram. This is Sanjay Agrawal, Director of Panorama India. I wish all of you happy Independence Day. Jai Canada. Jai Hind.